less than auspicious start to this series for G2, I think. That Abyss performance is one they'd sooner forget. You heard from Coach Josh RT in the break. They tried to go for a composition featuring the Jet, one that fit them a bit better. And practice it was good, here not so much. But G2, Wyatt, have always cared deeply about finding the best agents on a map and breaking them. That has always been their style. It was their thing all of last year.
It was with Trent playing Taeho, it was with Jaw playing Yoru basically the entirety of the year. They will just hone in on, okay, what agents are the best and how do we push them to the limit? And it felt like coming into this year, that was their exact intention with Waylay, which is why I was so surprised to not see it from them on Abyss. And I think you could just see that agent in the hands of Elim was clearly finding more impact than the Jet pick. Now though, we're over to Bind, and we saw G2 best 100 Thieves here, a classic 100 Thieves home map, and their game plan really came down to how do we put Jogamo in positions to get opening kills. Valen will be dropping smokes specifically for him, just in the center of sights so he can dash into them, and then there will be a pop flash coming out of it with Trent sending one of those birds, goes out, boom, and then he gets right out of that jaw and tries to find the opening, refracts back, the rest of them push in. Like, that is their game plan to a T. They're so focused on setting him up, and then in addition to that, you have Babybay just playing his own game. He will wander around the map looking for kills on the extremities.
Feels like what he did on Abyss.
Yeah, tons of attack side opping I'm sure we're in store for as long as the economy allows it. I mean, he really did tear 100 Thieves apart playing this agent.
And he punished a lot of those defensive push-off from sights from 100 Thieves. That's actually something, though, that Furia also did very, very effectively against Sentinels in their previous game. That was across Split and Breeze. So, curious to see what the balance is between these two. It's G2 on the attack side, though, here in the pistol.
And look, now that we have Koala Noob on the Yoru, a real Oppers agent, we could be in store for some pretty sick battles between him and Babybay, who is currently positioned with the entirety of the team over at B-Long, not playing his own game, just taking contact forward.
Looks like, though, they are going to try and fast hit this site once that the wall timing can be navigated.
And if G2 do commit to this B hit, everyone from long, Hookah is definitely going to be a concern. But look at Koala Noob, he's actually pushed all the way out. It looks like he wants to maybe try to flank B long.
Is he going to have the timing here? He's the guiding light and the dash in onto the site. Nerve inside a Sky Smoke now is going to give some groom. So it's going to be a full retake and hope that Koala Noob finds a nice timing. But I think he might run into some form of this util here, and he's spotted out. It's Leith, though, who comes off decidedly second best in that exchange. Babybay caught inside a C is completely outdone by EU. And so it's on Valen and Trent, with Alom about to emerge from Hookah. Bandit in hand for Trent. Sees him coming, and there's Captain Valen. Deals with Artazine. Hindrance here on Trent as the Saturate connects. But it's a 2v2. Push onto the back side. EU bounding his way forward like baby's able to get the better of Valen, and now it's on Trent. What a shot. That's a big deal. It's already gotten to half, though. Trent needs to intervene, and he does! What an opener for G2. The Red Bull clutch from Trent gets them on the front foot first.
Trent definitely has been shooting today. Even in the loss on Abyss, he was one of the two standouts for the G2 side on a desperately needed pistol, just to put them in a position to feel some level of momentum heading into this map after that defeat.
Oh, my, what?
That's a sick tap shot.
Don't even try.
But you have Trent on his feet.
Let's go, baby!
Big win for G2 out the gate. And already in the hands of Babybay is going to be that outlaw. Just to use one of two shots on that haunt. Not ideal.
Oh, are they gonna flash out of this smoke and try and get this outlaw away? Babybay's got backup though. They're about to find out that a hard way. The singer sings out, and oh, 2-for-1 special. Don't mind if I do.
Furia do get that orb in shower. I think EU picked that up, getting pretty close to the nightfall, but I'm sure G2 on an attack side. Are they going to take their time? Are G2 going to...
Now listen, it is too early.
They would never do that.
It's too early for SAS, Mr. River.
No, it has felt like G2 have increased the pace a bit, at least so far, watching them playing with this Waylay.
Valen did also say in that interview that he really liked the revamping of G2's comps and overall play style that they were able to, you know, sort of bring in the off-season. EU is Well, he's seen better days. Oh, we should have a double back for Baby Bay. Always looking for a second bite at the apple, and there it is. Looked a bit dangerous. It's Artisan on the side too. This is so much information.
Yeah. I mean, and also that's...
Spike planted.
Wait, yeah, the outlaw gone, but...
Well, yes.
It won't really matter too much. We're going to see a lot of that from Baby Bay, though. And by that, I mean him staring at showers, walking through showers, trying to get kills in showers, all of that.
It's just like going to KBBQ with Dre. He's always asking for more. Bro is always downing it.
No, I respect that.
Yeah,
I feel
honestly.
He's just like me.
Oh, yeah, you're a fiend as well at the barbecue table. Bro's always bulking. All right, Artisan, of course, is head of the Outlaw over to Nerve. But to see if he could get something on the exit side after the detonation came through. Jorg trying to do much the same. And there we have it, no Outlaw maintained.
And they didn't really want it too much anyway, so no worries. Easy kills for Baby Bay on the cleanup. And he really just wants to stat pad. He's going to go in there and just try to get some more. Why not? Now switching over to the rifle. Let's see what Furia have in store for us on their first buy round here. This is their first time playing this map this year. It's been one that they've just been kind of floating. Second ban, I believe, as well. So not at the top of their pool, but oftentimes we see teams at the opening of the year really misjudge their map pool. Some maps that work in scrims, horrific when it comes to match time. And then a map that they feel like they're okay on, suddenly it goes to the top of their pool. I mean, even with Furia, it's not like they picked Abyss or they floated it at the first series, and then they realized, wait, we're sick on this map. Let's just pick it against G2 and win.
Here he is. Alan is going to hear that Trailblazer come his way. Give it a little bit of that room. Jorgemite bouncing like a pinball straight down short. In we go. Thought he might have caught up there with the saturate, but Alan was more than ready to fight him off.
Going back in for more. He's going to escape, but run down by Leaf. Artisan not able to connect.
Leaf gets caught out. Pretty sharp flicks there from Artisan to catch Valen as well. And ends up being a 2 for 2. Baby Bay storming into the back of the site. Won't find anybody lying in wait. He's concerned about vents when all of Furia are coming out of shower.
Swing out though, Koalanoob taking a lot of damage, but leaves Trent in another clutch effort.
Oh man, on the move too. Classy finish there for EU, and the first gun round for Furia yields them their first of the game.
Just some good anchoring from Artin backside. Awkward, thought it was going to crumble when he wasn't connecting the shots onto Leaf, but after the fact was able to make that readjustment.
Now.
Gets Leaf on the second attempt.
Dude, it's, because he's waiting for the swing
though.
timing. That is really heads up from Artisan.
That snap onto Valen was beautiful. He's really been a solid defensive player for this Furia team so far, Artisan. Been playing a lot of Astra. You can see he's been really intelligent with the way that he positions himself in defensive positions.
I mean, I'm remembering now how Frod on MIBR was hailing him as an upcoming prodigy. A big deal. A build-around player. We didn't see it then, but now he's come of age, coming to his own.
That's fast from Jaw. Thought that saturate would have connected, but it's sidestepped ultimately.
Daughter Force in effect now for Baby Bay. He's going to work solo.
In showers. This is where he will be. With an op.
Slicing the pie here.
All the time. It looks like Furia were kind of expecting that, though. They had a high-low just ready to face for this pick. Yeah, matter of fact, they still do. So if Baby Bay gets...
Grab well as well to throw his aim off. This is dangerous! Man, they didn't even need the Astra util on the end.
Wow, that is a hard counter. That is being prepared for his playstyle after watching him against Under Thieves.
Shout out Coach Shaw. Didn't find success in the skirmish, but that call was brilliant.
And now EU is on the move over towards this B site. Furia, 3 players ready to go if the execute comes through from G2.
No flash, walk up, guiding light, nowhere to be found. Trent just down straight away, okay. Maybe G2 not expecting Furia to be as pushed up as they were. Valen caught out in the open by that Nightfall. With Alim in hookah, this is so dangerous for G2.
Plan now coming through, trying to give Leaf some smokes to play around backside. EU is ready on the angle, but Leaf collects it.
Alim's going to try and remediate this quickly though, but it's wayward, it's ham-fisted. The shots frankly go wide. Leaf now on his feet. And an unlikely salvage of the round for G2 after that weird happening for Baby Bay over at Showers.
Just a split decision from Valen to throw those smokes down quickly. And because of it, Leaf was able to have something to navigate around. Wow, that snap was so sick. I mean, it's not like EU wasn't expecting him to pop out there. He just wasn't fast enough.
Decisive from Alum to try and clear that side of Leaf quickly, but yeah, you're going to have to not miss if you want to come at that guy.
G2 have shown some serious skill on this bind attack side. Furia on an eco round now, and it's time for Baby Bay to take his time with the scoped weapon.
It was a slightly awkward sight hit, though, on B that last round. They kind of just walked up through the Viper wall, looking for a time. Let's see how concerted this is. Okay, like that. Dash onto the box. Backside still, though, being held by Furia. And that molly will cover any push in through vent.
Maybe if G2 get a little bit too proactive, or Jaw rather, because the rest of G2 seem to be dispersing towards the B side. Could be caught, but feels like Jaw doesn't want to overplay his hand. Matter of fact, Valen is going back to him. G2 are pretty disconnected right now. Awkward. That's an awkward spray.
And Valen can't help, though. He's just not set up to crossfire that.
It's a good jump peek from EU, not getting caught, trying to go for the gun. Oh no, that's disastrous.
Tough with the Sheriff. This now gives G2 all the room they need to get into A, but there's presence inside. Labs as G2, and Leaf holding it down.
Situation that looked dangerous for G2, despite being at that massive weapon advantage, is ultimately just brought to safety from Leaf.
Koala Noob is the ghost player here. He doesn't really have grand aspirations for this round. Happy to find what he can and get that one step closer, maybe to a dimensional drift. Have that in the next round, without needing to pick up an orb. Looks like he's not inclined to go hunting.
Unless it's time to try and chase through the teleport with the Bucky.
As respectable as I find. No! Okay.
And I do respect it.
Listen, that extra orb, that is a difference maker. Leaf is waiting for it, and he notches his 4th kill of that round. He has had, I think, like most of his kills occur in the last couple of rounds. G2 get up to 4 rounds, though. That's the number that matters. Is it moment of Artazine?
Yeah. If that kill goes the other way.
He knew it.
He's 6 out of 7. Yo, Artson is whipping so bad.
Importantly, he's 6 out of 7. So he is tracking that dimensional drift, and he knew Koala would be looking for that frag.
All right, now on this round, 2 things of note. Furia, they're playing into one of their big win cons. Koala Noob getting an AWP and setting him up to get opening kills on defense. On the other side, G2 love going for a play where Jaw uses that light speed to double dash in. They try to locate a target. He throws the saturate at them, gets them hindered, and then Valen, with his ultimate, just drops it straight on that player's head to get a kill.
Okay, that poison orb is respected. Leaf maybe even aware there's a minuscule gap in it. Trailblazer goes past Koala Noob. There's no catch there. As that was headed in through Hookah. Doesn't reveal the Octagon player, and Koala Noob can fall back onto B with his ult.
That also reduces the option of G2 to threaten much towards A short with that wall permanently down. Here comes Jaw into that top site smoke.
Exactly. The way's been paid for Jaw, but this is like a later timing from Baby Bay. Less aggressive on A. Jaw now over the side, sees a flash of nerve as he tries to jump away. Dimensional drift for Koala Noob, though, is going to confirm that this is the genuine article. Or is it? Because it looks like the spike has been pulled away from this side of the map.
Wait, catches one on the rotate. Is Valen going to peek into this timing?
Oh, no. There was a second player, but the spike is being held by Trent here. If it goes wrong for him here, the round is done. Spike is down. Koala Noob just tore the heads off them. And Jorgamo, who would love to be the spearhead, is the butt of this round's joke.
Koala just on all of the right angles at all of the right times. Such a great sense for the direction that the G2 players would be headed in a very scrambled situation. over on that A side as well. Furia had a nice little two-man play to deny BabyBay, but look at that, just posted up around the cloud. That's lovely. Catches Valen in that moment, and there BabyBay's attention was drawn.
I think I want to keep the AWP, by the way. I know you said you wanted me to rifle a lot more, but I'm feeling it with AWP, I'm going to be honest.
I mean, I'm with him.
Change of plan.
I mean, I'm with him. You have Koala new body. Matter of fact, they have 2 AWPs now. What is happening, bro? What's happening in the columns?
I mean, those extremities are going to be locked down pretty nicely. Well, contact angle here for Alum inside shower. The same for Koala on the other side of the map.
Long. That's crazy.
That's my seal of approval.
Oh, Flash doesn't connect onto Alum. Oh no, John might be in trouble.
I mean, he is Waylay.
G2 are heavily postured for an A execute on a round where their money is very low if they lose.
Yeah, they got their Viper Bulldo on short. They can get pretty deep down here without any adversity. Oh, dear Alum, that is not what you want to see. He loses his nerve and the op. Pre-plant pit on the A side, and the pitter-patter of feet for G2 as they swarm over it. And Furia have no business actually trying to play Valorant this round.
Yeah, no. This one is cooked. Time to save that op. Not 100% sure they needed 2 of them into that round. It was a bit of an unfortunate timing. I mean, Alum wanted to avoid the Trailblazer, so he stepped forward, but then his crosshair was a little bit off for that wider swing from Jaw.
I mean, you are going up against the Waylay who will break the crosshair placement if she can anyway, so it is tough to hold line. Maybe he was just hoping it would be Alum v BabyBay.
Yeah, right. It's just BabyBay peeking that with the op, but doesn't end up being the case. And then BabyBay just does his thing late in the round to kill those defenders while they're being pushed out of positions. G2 do use several ults, though, to win out this round, so...
You mentioned it last map, though. It's those G2 ult rounds feel like they are
they're just
very
locked
secure.
Up. Yeah, it's like they have a 99.9% win rate on the we are using our ults rounds historically.
Real facts being cited here, folks. Right before your eyes. Looks like we're going to...
Yeah, it might be a timeout
here for sure.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, Jaw on that wide swing, and then BabyBay picks up one player on the retreat. They knew Artson was stuck right. He just makes it look effortless.
If they're just doing shit, we do our shit better. How about that?
Brilliant. You know, why didn't I think of that, honestly?
All the time.
That's crazy. All right, is that what you're saying, ranked? That's inspirational. Why don't you bring in more of that?
That's the level of comms that I can bring to the team. Me just playing a rat Cypher setup, no calming for the rest for like 10 rounds straight. And guys, can we just play better?
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I'd be really receptive to that form of unsolicited feedback, especially given that it lacks zero detail whatsoever and no game plan. BabyBay, though, in fairness, we saw him really like overextending these first couple of rounds, right? Really trying to get something started up. He's played a bit safer. We've also seen, you know, the previous round, Jaw wide swinging for him, making sure they get that Chow's control where it's not just BabyBay who has to go raw source and swing an angle to find a kill. But he also did his stuff better than their stuff that round. Wouldn't you say?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Top tier analysis. Koala looks like he wants to play over on A this time with the AWP. G2, no ultimates to work with at the moment. Only one's going to be in the hands of Alum, who I think will be giving up running the operator for the rest of the attack.
Yeah, Koala was like, yours? No, mine. He is feeling himself. That last round, he didn't have a chance to make use of the op. He was out of the round virtually before he fired a shot. Now look at this emphasis on showers this time. This is the adaptation for Furia. They do not want to let G2 get in there for free. But G2 kind of read into this, right? They're kind of one step ahead of that. They're focusing more over towards that short side. No showers presence to speak of.
And now with that Trailblazer used, Jaw wants to take the space, activates the refract.
This is happening all at the same time.
Yeah, it's just this slow work of short. BabyBay trying to post up top side while the other players work their way into lamps.
Now, there is a gate crash for Koala Noob to get in a position to cover a push out of lamps, but outside of that, he can't do a whole lot to stop what G2 are doing on A.
Yeah, they have to know though, that it's possible that G2 are in these positions.
Too clean with it though. Jaw gonna back out now. Concerned about maybe a wrap from B long, and he's right. He has the intuition here, and Alum has the aim.
And Alum has the convergent paths. The players from G2 in lamps have to be extremely concerned right now.
This is, though, the cringe post-plant set up to some degree between the Brim and the Viper.
And there is just a lot of delay on account of Jaw being on the opposite side of the map. The clock is already ticking. Baby Bay posted up.
He's off the line.
Dangerous.
He's off the line now. That's the problem. He's going to repost it now. He's going to be smoked off of it. Val in the corner. What was that? Unreal. The conversion to the player in heaven. Out of absolutely nowhere. Elbow drops Furia.
Well, the rest of his team were just caught in the ult. No chance to actually take any kind of good fight. Valen just steps out and cleans up everyone with ease.
Let's have a look at that again.
Why not? This was Jaw earlier in the round. Tap on the cross.
Okay, there's some help in that second one.
I mean, Art has the knife out. They really think everyone was caught. They're convinced that no one was tucked on site.
Come on, baby. I swear it wasn't my aim first, Matt, bro. It was this cringe-ass play.
Any lip readers in the chat?
I mean, yeah, that push though from Art was I don't know what had them convinced that no one on the site, or that there was just no one on the site at all. But
that was nice.
Unfortunate. There are 3 Buckies right now for Furia. It's the state of the game. Valorant in 2026.
G2 were concerned that we might see one of these, like, you know, save or like these eco pushes out of shower again from Furia. We did get that last time Furia sort of lost the pistol.
Yeah, you always have to be concerned that there's the potential for some kind of showers crunch play on a round like this. So they really are just taking their time.
Now, in fairness, Furia have 1 rifle. So Artazine is going to play that anchor deep in the A site. He's the only player that's been left back there. But there's going to be a gate crash to allow for reinforcement. It's a Marshall from the Koala, though.
Not the strongest of reinforcements that will be arriving in heaven.
Artazine opts to make a play for lamps here. Rotate back for EU. Oh, hey! It's pretty good with the headshots, though, isn't it? Koala picked up Leaf already.
There's one, but even still, Furious have to close the gap with 3 Buckies, and Jaw has a convergent paths anyhow. I mean, this should still be a G2 round. There is a flank from Nerve, but again, he has to close the gap with the Bucky.
Who's watching Shower? No one's watching Shower right now. Valorant is his back turn. He's looking over towards Vents, and here they come. As Artazine, the sole rifle in the round, sinks out. And now it's a 5v3. All right, it's a bit towards short. No, but the classic is happening, baby. Jaw does his best, but his best ain't good enough. It's on Trent in a 1v4, and those valuable weapons are being scooped on up, but Trent has other plans. Nerve low with the spike defused on the other side. Never say never, Mr. River. I mean, there's your thrifty round.
Just finally gets up close with the Bucky. Took him 35 seconds to do it, but that classic was good enough too. He just wins an isolated 1v1, I think. Sure. Why not? I mean, G2 should be closing that out. They all have rifles, and they rip the convergent paths. Was that I didn't see whose flash that was. Someone flashed the foot bound backside.
We'll try to find out who it was.
Both of them.
I buy the Marshall on Eco. I buy the Marshall on Eco, baby.
It might have been a double flash. Both teams just flashing everyone. I don't even know, man. But sure, Furia win that round after not being able to win with.
If Koala Noob all of a sudden just Digicine,
he's back to opping.
Get me a scoped weapon of any variety on any round.
He is back to opping. Look at that refract from Alan, by the way. Just zooms over the minimap all the way from A to B. That's crazy. And in the meantime, Koala kind of shows himself with the op and then gets away to A. It's a fun way to adjust the positions on the map with the agents that can just teleport.
And there was a gate crash towards the B side. He could have even cancelled that and headed back there.
Koala Noob is getting more proactive with that op than he has on previous rounds, I'll tell you that. He's pushed down short. In the meantime, Nerf is going for this spam down B long, forced to retreat as G2 move forward with the utility.
A lot of spend of util, though, just for this Octagon control.
Oh, I like this timing on the pit now. After some of that util is used, Alum getting up close with the shorty, Nerve playing in there as well.
Baby Bay inside the Viper's pit.
And, you know, suddenly we've arrived at a situation where G2, who looked like they had some real intentions of trying to work a B long, have to go elsewhere. They don't actually have a Trailblazer from Trent. Baby, I mean, this is crazy.
What is the idea behind this?
He's posting up 1 HP if someone on Furia walks forward. G2, they're forced to adjust, forced to send everyone out of hookah.
Baby Bay's going to have to find a timing here, but Jordan is going to be inside a smoke on that B side yet again. Lee finds Allen. It's about finding the Viper player, I suspect.
Oh,
Nerve is hiding down. Here comes the pit. Baby Bay's going to be low and still decayed when it disappears, but there's no one there to follow up on it. Because Furia, they're caught outside of the site.
Art is trying to work himself into hookah for this flank right now. as G2, 2 of their players trapped in container. 1 to assist from Octagon. It looks like they want to take some other space. They want to get out of that uncomfortable position, center site, and fight elbow.
They have to know that was a clone, but G2 think there's more behind it, and they're not wrong. It's EU. Tries for a seize. Valen should be clear of that. Yep, Nardazine down. Koala Noob's up, though, starting to chime out. He flashes his way in. Baby Bay ducks into the nebula for a time, but Valen's in trouble. Now it's Baby Bay to face the music, and Koala Noob still feeling it, still shooting. Gives Furia their 4th.
Look at that, just baiting him out with the tap on the spike. And with the AWP, that's so awkward for Baby Bay. Forced to get out of there and then has to scope in. G2 were just feeling so congested on that site. You could see them feeling that they needed to maneuver elsewhere. But then EU just really works them in that elbow fight, finding the kill and then delaying. Comes back, wins this 1v1 against Valen. That's nice.
Nice! Let's go, Johnny. Come on, man. Let's go, Toro. Good job. Good job.
Okay. Timeout going to be called here for the last couple of rounds of this half. G2, as you can see, are able to buy up to a degree. That's the conversation, I'm sure, right now. Only Seekers at their disposal. Whereas Furia are flush, and they've got a dimensional drift as well for Koala Noob. Last time we saw it, he drifts over towards Fountain and just has this crazy flank timing that unravels G2 on that round.
This half felt like it was going to be, honestly, we were heading towards a blowout for G2, but it's that crazy eco round win and then into a nice mid-round play from Nerve with that pit into a good post plant that's gotten them 2 in a row, and now Furia have a shot to get to 5 with a G2 that are not going to have an optimal buy in this next round. They're just going to buy what they can and then have some cash for the next. We'll see, though. Yeah, it's just those Seekers to potentially play with. I want to see where Koala Noob is going to position himself on this one. The AWP is definitely heating up for him. I'm sorry, does EU have an AWP as well? Where they're running it back on the double AWP, except this time it's the fade AWP?
Yeah, again, they just want to have a player on either extremity playing contact.
Just for the Baby Bay walk up. I mean, Baby Bay loves to walk up with the AWP on attack. Actually, I was getting trolled. I thought that G2 had way less money than they did. They've got more than enough.
Yeah, they're
for a
okay.
full buy.
I think they'd bought and maybe switched, but they're fine. I said the same thing.
Yeah, I think they trolled us because they took their pistols out.
Oh.
we got cooked. Well, EU's forced out of there.
So how's that?
I mean, when the actual site exec comes in, I have concerns for Furia when there's a Waylay jumping on EU's head.
Well, that and he's been denied like the best contact angle on A already because of that Trailblazer connecting.
Yep, so Shower's taken, aside from the fact that Arzen is on a very tight angle to try to take a shot and get away.
I've got your trail.
Do it. Seekers over the top. Baby Bay getting up top, but EU's ready.
Speaking of contact angles, EU was more than happy to hold that one, and he sees Baby Bay come at him. Valen, though, at least able to get rid of the Astra now. Playing by triple. This is dangerous. The orbital strike hits Lambs, but Jaw gets taken down. It's through some masonry from EU. Trent's been here before. 1v4, 4 points of health, deals with Koala Noob, but there is the next wave always waiting for Furia. And that's 5 on the board for the defenders.
EU, my offer? my offer? This guy's crazy.
I mean, Baby Bay
what was Cryo doing with the AWP all those years when they had EU ready to go on Fade, man? Here we go.
So Baby Bay shows here, I mean, he just has pretty good timing. And kind of feels like there's going to be something following the Seekers in. Spot on.
Alan cleaning things up at the end. What is this buy going to look like for G2? They are getting the loss bonus at this point, but even still results in a few lesser rifles in their hands. Koala Noob, that's 1 AWP over on B. I'm sorry, that's 2 AWPs over on B.
You know what?
And then Koala Noob could go to heaven with the TP.
None of G2 all go to heaven first. They're all trying to work this A side. Nardazine again tucked in this tight angle. We checking that corner. Yes, great saturate as he gets on out. And Leaf is able to capitalize. With Alam out of the picture and a pre-plant pit, G2 should have this one locked up for now.
Yeah, not going to try to curse this one, but it should be over. This should just be a G2 round win. That exec is just too strong, and you know, Art, I think he's going to regret playing up that close against a Waylay. You are just going to be located likely saturated, and even if not, the rest of the team are going to pounce on you after the frag. Well, that's a free one.
Okay, well,
it's as free as it gets, but
great entry point pick. Quality has a bit of an intuition for where he expects G2 to be lying in wait. Valen's getting active there. That takes G2 to 7 rounds on the attack side, but for Furia, it was 2-6 against them. Built back some fantastic rounds, and yes, definitely felt like Koala Noob was leading the charge, really heating up when he was able to get the scope weapons in his hands. Not just the ops, pretty insane Marshall Thrifty round for him as well.
He said it himself. When we went to his comms, he said, I know you guys want me to be rifling more, but I'm feeling it with the op. I'm going to keep using it.
And you know what? I'm here for that. Let's head to a break. 5-7 here on Bind. Don't go too far.
Hey guys, it's Dryad. I just got the chance to listen to both teams to see how the comms are looking. And for Furia, that team that everybody is wondering, I was really impressed by that communication. It seems like they've been together for so long. You hear Koala Noob always confident, always hyping out his teammates. But on top of that, you hear both Nerp and EU being so vocal throughout the rounds, especially EU. That was the one that was catching my attention the most. Constantly making sure that the team is relaxed, they're not stressing too much when things are going wrong, focusing on what that next round is going to be, reminding everybody to be playing those protocols, just keeping it simple and making sure that that way they were going to come back in the last couple rounds that we saw from them. On the other side for G2, you can expect a lot of coordination, a lot of clean comes from them, especially from Valen. And even when they're going into that timeout, Josh RT asking Valen, how are you feeling? How are the comes? And just like that, organizing it, making sure that everybody's playing the roles in the way that they're supposed to. You see an early round where Baby Bay is setting up for some lanes, and the rest of the team kind of reminding, let's remember everybody, we're setting up Baby Bay for this kind of play. Let's remember, we're going to take showers. Little things like that that really play into how the whole team wants to play together. Last thing that I have to say, something that caught my attention, Shaw, when he was taking that break, was talking a lot towards Sin in Portuguese. So when you're wondering how that communication and how Brazilian that Fury team is feeling, is still definitely very Brazilian. This is all I have. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Dryad. I think it's pretty evident to see G2 trying to work around Baby Bay a little bit, right? Jorg helping him out, double stacking showers, looking to take control against some of those setups that were designed to counter his raw swing on Chamber. Fury as well, though. The gears are turning. Such a good first map, showing great signs. A pistol win for them here, and their pistols have been really good in kickoff so far. They're off to the races.
Definitely. I will say, it felt like Furia had a better read on how to play against Baby Bay's attack opping than when we saw him just tearing apart 100 Thieves the last time those two teams matched up in G2's first game. But another one attack, I definitely have my eyes on Allen because he went crazy when they switched over to attack side on Abyss. His entries with the shorty were nuts. Pistol rounds and on gun rounds, he was getting entries with this gun, and he's going to try his best to do that right now. He was leaping the victim, nope, right onto Jaw.
Do you ever expect the loop around immediately into hookah? Jaw apparently didn't. That was way too fast. Leap trying to get out here, flashing through. Gets out onto the site here in G2. This is something they've run many, many times before. Simple flood behind this flash, and there's EU, found his second. This could be big, but Valen and Baby Bay are still healthy. And the Headhunter will be sated.
Love to see that proactivity from G2. Furia, clearly, we could see from their point of views, they were not expecting the flood to come at that pace. The pop flash out of the smoke from Trent was really nice. Leaf was able to capitalize off that instantly. Multiplayer swing. I mean, this was a crazy first kill. Allen was just a demon in those spots, but yeah, it was Koala getting fully flashed up there. He was trying to get close, but did not expect them to
Trent,
be
you
in.
like that play? I ran out before the flash.
Still worked, though. Still worked.
That looked a lot like what Furia were able to do to G2 on Abyss.
Hold up. We've got the Furia force coming through right now. They don't want to give G2 any momentum.
This could be costly, though, for them if things go wrong.
And Allen, he's got the Bucky, and he bought full armor with it. Demon buy. And they just want to run it back.
I'm okay with this. Prowler's going to force Leaf away. Armor, not going to save you. Yeah, Leaf is a little too sharp with it.
Huh? Replay ops. Dial in and give me that. Give me that at 0.25 speed for the replay package.
Alum simply ceased to exist there.
Toxins going up.
And that represents the gambit for Furia kind of falling on its face in the very early stages of this round.
And unfortunately for them, it looks like they now have a desire to walk over towards A, where Baby Bay, of course, has an outlaw. And we'll be looking in their direction.
And they do not really have a way to force him off this line outside of the haunt.
And then Jaw's going to, even though Baby Bay is watching left, Jaw's going to take this contact, shoot one guy. Baby Bay's going to just get a kill and then teleport away. There's the kill. Two. My bad, I said one.
Two in the chamber, bro. That's the way it goes. There's the headhunter getting involved. Baby Bay looking for more, but it's you again who quickly
with this classic, with this classic right click.
Did he do that on the pistol?
Look, he is going to have a nightfall here.
I like the idea, but Leaf has the stopping power in this round for G2. First it's Alum, and then it's EU to lock it up.
All right, guys, let's force again. Run it back.
I still want to see that replay.
Yeah, no, give me the replay. How did Leaf get that? Did he double headshot him, or did Valen do damage?
Oh, yes.
I mean, Valen must have tagged him. Like,
well, Valen has kill credit.
Yeah, he does have some kill, but is that just because of the smoke?
Maybe.
So, I mean, that was ridiculous.
Yo, I just shit on this kid.
I was about to say, I was going to say, what does Leaf have to say about that? As soon as I hear a producer say, hot, I was about, okay, well, Leaf is ready to talk trash.
Yeah, that's fine. You're always going to feel very good after having that level of stopping power on the enemy duelist while they're gambling with a force buy.
Okay, but if we're Furia, what if we go B again and have Alum with a shotgun ready to dash in?
Yep. They're buying down to have enough for guns next round. Here we go. Alum in, and then Alum straight on out. Artine very low, as is Alum. Valen should be able to work the site. Spectre, very well apportioned weapon for situations such as these. Jog ran straight into the bucky, and there's EU again, finding another of these frags out of nowhere. Now, the numbers favor Furia.
I mean, we're getting silly, man. Two people in container! Okay.
Baby Bay has a good approximate idea. Trent's got the weapon for this. Should be easy enough for the judge. Well, it's up to Baby Bay with an outlaw.
What game are we playing, man?
One bullet in the chamber, by the way, and Fury are about to put in many. I suspect. Yep. Another thrifty for you guys, or virtually. As Fury are buying buckies, Spectres, Stingers, you name it, it still works out.
Ridiculous. I mean, it felt like it was only a match. Like, one of these forces were eventually going to pay off with the force B-hit rush. I mean, Leaf maybe regretting jumping out of there with the judge. That was interesting. And then he goes down and things kind of fall apart from there, and then they retrieve the judge, and a little bit chaotic.
So obviously, Nerve to... Okay, Nerve's going to be able to get himself a rifle. That's fine. There's a Spectre being handed around. Artizine's going to carry it. So yeah, there's implications for that sort of risky force behavior from Furia.
Oh, and by the way, EU has just been absolutely chilling with this Nightfall still that he got rounds ago, and is still the only ult available to any player in the server right now. So opportunity for that to be the catalyst of a Furia round win, where G2 have pennies in the bank if they lose.
Yeah, Bucky and Judge for G2.
I mean, they could be going into the Gremlin setup in Hookah right now if Furia unfortunately decide that they want to be in that area of the map, with the trip going to ping and then Leaf jumping up with the judge. Oh, what? What?
Okay. That's a big one for Valen to win out. And of course, he's long gone from Shower. Long gone. Get a bit of healing from the sky.
Furia are posted up for exactly just that kind of play, and it doesn't get punished. Here comes Allen going forward. Oh no, he hinders himself, so he's got to get the hell out of there.
Okay, so now Furia trying to fight for this front side control, but Enu's actually gone straight through the smokes before Furia actually hit the front side at all. Here's the Bucky though for Jorg, and it's a legendary skin in the hands of a legendary player. EU dealt with in the Nerve. We'll come back in from...
I don't think Nerve can get to the spike.
Yeah, no.
Sadly.
The amount of time left? No.
I think he'll be saving that.
Pretty important round for G2 though, who are really starting to try and build towards a map win. Why that round, oh, their economy was teetering.
Yeah, non-Nerve just staring at the chamber TP. What are the odds that Dre takes that? Well, we know it's 0, but yeah, unfortunately, the timing with that Nightfall was a little bit off, and G2 were fighting forward in the smokes. This was a crucial moment, though, where a patient Furia were waiting for a push exactly like that, but it goes completely unpunished.
All right, it's going to be a timeout here for Furia. What a weird half. The pistol round doesn't go their way. They force up 2 rounds consecutively. They win this. They win that second force round. Then, well, they have a decent buy, and G2's money isn't great either. They're on a couple of shotguns, but it's a nightfall that comes down when G2 are already running at them. Like, Jorg is already in their face. He's able to really control that space quite nicely, get up onto the front of the site. So now it's back to the drawing board for Coach Shaw.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see some shotguns in this round. That would be the least surprising thing, actually, if Furia pick those up and rush a site. Probably be. But we will find out. Also, just gotta say on a side note, this just seems to be the map where Valen goes crazy as an individual. Yeah. Like, if you remember on the run late last year in the final stage of Americas before
he was
Champions,
like dropping 28
he was going
to 34.
crazy. Yeah, just playing Brim on this map. These are just, they're his angles.
It was just a mid-rounding from him I thought was, you know, it's always been, you know, a feature of Valen's gameplay. 17-7 right now, it's 17 rounds. Baby Bear with the Tour de Force, does not need to buy. We'll see with the fully stocked Headhunter. And that ultimate at his disposal. We're pretty good against what might end up being Furia running up with shotguns. Let's see.
Baby Bay and Shower, iconic duo.
Man's got to get clean. We had Valen also start the round close by him just in case there was something fast coming.
Yeah, Furia, they have no desire to go towards Shower, and I get it. I really do. They did not want to peek into the angle that there's a 70% chance that Baby Bay has chosen that, even though there are 4 lanes on the map. G2, though, on account of Baby Bay having that positioning, are comfortable with sitting 3 players in this B site.
G2 do not want to sit off the side against this, and what is that? Alum's gotten into the side as well. Inside these smokes, with the Bucky, Koala's found his second. Trent is really playing off the site at the moment. He avoids that flash, and there's going to be a multi-swing, but he had just the weapon for it! And the godly ace from Trent! Did he finally get it? Remember the joke? That he never got an ace? The Baby Bay got one before him? I think we just saw history.
I think that was actually a historic moment in Valorant that we just witnessed. I had to double check. I needed to wait for the graphic. That was an ace, right? From Trent. Can we get one of those little information pop-ups on the screen, please?
Finally did it!
Oh,
he did
yes!
it! All right, that's the confirmation. Never scrap the graphic. We don't need
That's it. Well, we know.
Scrap the graphic. We know what happened.
That is sick. All right, Trent gets his ace, man.
That was also an upgraded version of the similar play on Abyss. This time he killed them all, though, and not just 4 of them. He actually did it.
Well, with that being said, there's no way G2 loses this map
how did they lose this map after that?
Furia, though, have other plans.
Okay,
They're pretty quick on into this ace side, but Shower's control still persists for the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, might as well just smoke it off and ignore it and fight everyone else forward. Just pay no attention to Baby Bay. If you don't acknowledge his existence, he can't hurt you. But Valen can, playing for a back triple, just swinging onto everyone.
So hardy. It's so hard to get him off these parts of the map, and Baby Bay at extremely close range is able to find Nerve, but there's a timing that he's got to be aware of here. EU cuts him down.
Yeah, he really does find his moment. Look at these Seekers on the flank, by the way, going out short as Leaf peeks out.
Journeyman cabbages getting across the map.
All in the hands of EU.
There's a double swing here, EU. Danger abounds, and G2 will move to map point.
Feels like this one might be done and dusted, though. On this round, Furia have 3 significant ultimates to play with, both of their dual assaults and a cosmic divide. So, you'd imagine that this game should continue for at least another one. But man, G2 really are making it look easy on this map. Understood why they've now decided to pick into it as something at the top of their pool.
Honestly, I'm really looking forward to Split as the next map here too, Wyatt. That's where we see the breach from G2.
Looks like we're going to get a clash at B-Long, deep flash, and a full push from G2 to close out this game.
Trying to make a play to Hookah at the same time. There was going to be EU going down first. Leaf caught by Artazine. Still though, Furia haven't gotten deep on this B-Long now. Trying to play around this convergent pass. The shutdown from Jorg. Baby Bay and Trent also able to slow this one up. And so it's Artazine and Nerve. With poor weaponry, limited prospects, and an orbital strike nipping at their heels.
This just feels like one of those games where no matter what you do, the other team, they're just invincible. They are. It's one of those games where the opposition are just the best players you've ever seen in your life, because it's not like they did anything wrong. They dimensional drift, locate the player, convergent paths, QualNoob gets out of it, but he gets one tapped. I mean, what can you do? Sometimes the other team, they just don't miss.
Cosmic Divide is about to expire, and so there needs to be a Nebula inside vents.
He's trying to get silly.
I like this spot, however, might be a little telegraphed, this one. Does anybody look down?
They do not know.
Okay,
Josh spotted him.
Spotty senses clearly tingling, and there you have it, folks. Bind wrapped up in a neat little bow by G2. And they're going to take this series all the way.